Hello, Internet. I'm Demajen. This is Rum. It's Wednesday evening. It's 5 p.m. I've had a long day at work, and it's time to do some Bozja. Bozja? Whatever it's called. Once again, if you've been watching any of my videos over the last few days, apologies for the croakiness. I'm recovering for something that was not coronavirus, but was kind of close. And it's Wednesday today, so I am actually 24 hours late with even starting this because I was in no state last night to do anything related to patch day. So, this is the first time I've had the camera on in weeks, and I was feeling really shitty last week. So, just because I've got money to burn, did I need an Elgato ring light? No. Did I have a perfectly acceptable ring light? Is it currently sat behind the green screen? Yes. Why have I bought it? Retail therapy, mostly. That and the fact that I can control it with the Stream Deck, which is actually quite useful because I don't need to fiddle around with bits and pieces. But anyway, you don't give a shit. Let's do some Final Fantasy XIV-ing. Marsak. Where eagles nest. The look of resolve in Marsak's eyes tells you the time for battle draws near. I know nothing about this patch, by the way. It is good to see you, my friend. Though it came at great cost, I am pleased to say Master Geralt has succeeded in reforging the weapons of Gunhilda's blades. Indeed, the Queen's illustrious guard has at last been reborn. When the deed was done, word quickly spread to every faction of the Bozjan resistance. As we had hoped, it has reaffirmed their resolve to press on and see our home returned to its former glory. In fact, our troops have already reclaimed Aegis. I still don't know what the correct modern pronunciation of that is. An outpost in the Bozjan southern front. When you're ready, I'd ask you to make for the front lines to better assess the situation for yourself. Sheros can show you the way. That sounds a little bit like an instance duty. Again, I know nothing about this patch. I'm so out of the loop. Which means that everything is a fun surprise and reaction. Ah, Blade Blackthorn. I've been expecting you. If you'll come with me. Nice slick emo hair. The Bozjan Southern Front, now accessible. Duty overview. The rules of engagement on the Bozjan Southern Front are different than what you will have encountered before. The following pages, or 6 of them, well, 5 of them technically, because that's how numbers work. The following pages contain a detailed explanation of what you may expect on the battlefield. Read and understand them well if you would gain the upper hand over the Empire's 4th Legion. Level sync. Though it is possible to join the Bozjan Southern Front beginning at level 71, all players will be synced to level 80 while in duty. Item level will also be synced accordingly. All job actions unlocked through level 80 will also be available while in duty. So this replaces Heaven on High and Palace of the Dead, I guess, for this. Resistance rank. All players are subject to a separate leveling system while at the front, indicated by their resistance rank. Performing admirably. In large-scale battles such as skirmishes and critical engagements will increase your metal, akin to experience points. Simply defeating Imperial troops and beasts is not enough to prove your metal. You must participate in successful military operations. So it's not a grinding thing like Eureka was apparently, that I didn't do, because I didn't. If you demonstrate sufficient metal upon reporting to the Resistance Commander, your Resistance rank will climb. Those of higher rank will gain access to more areas of the front, as well as additional quests. Your Resistance rank will not increase unless authorized by the Commander, so don't forget to report for inspection. Upon successful completion of a military operation, you will gain regular experience points in addition to metal. The experience will be applied to your job level as normal, so it is recommended that you consider using a job that has not yet reached level 80 to take advantage of experience points gained. Well, I'm going to. I'm on Red Mage. More information is available from Sieros at Gangos and your resistance comrades at the southern front, so don't hesitate to converse with them. I understand what I must do. Kinda. Somebody over here has a quest for us. Stressed soldier. A sober proposal. A stressed soldier seeks your counsel regarding the resistance weapons. Beg pardon, Blade Blackthorn. May I speak with you for a moment? It concerns Master Geralt. And the resistance weapons. Oh, it's gone cold? It's gone dark now in here. Let's get a little bit more light on the subject. It's nice having to not get up and fiddle with the knob on the old one. I presume he's already explained the methods by which Gunhilda's blades refine their weapons, that being combat with formidable enemies. Yes, that was mentioned, but it was never followed up on. Nod. Master Geralt and his Latin intended to employ similar methods to enhance the resistance weapons, but... There's always a but, isn't there? They haven't hit something of a stumbling block. To make matters worse, Master Geralt, for reasons he refuses to explain, will offer no suggestions as to how they might proceed. Those reasons being, he doesn't have a clue, he's waiting for us to figure it out. Try as he might, Zlatan cannot convince him to expound on his thoughts, and quite frankly, we are at a loss. And now he's gone missing, because he's Geralt, and of course he has. Oh, there he is. Has he been off Tuppin Rowena? Might we prevail upon you to inquire after Master Geralt? Don't nod. I don't want to talk to the idiot. But I guess we gotta. Probably shouldn't drink this too fast, but it is tasty. Oh. Master Geralt, why can I not... Oh, do I need to be on a level 80 job? Okay. Le Duc. I don't think this was the outfit that I was wearing. Oh, it's you. Now I know what you're thinking, but don't you go believing whatever nonsense I've been spouting about me work. Everything's going according to plan. He told me much of the same, and I believed him too, at first. Yet he refuses to speak to me about this supposed work. Should I take my eyes off him for even a moment, a mug of ale will surely find its way to his hands. That's bollocks, and you know it. Where would I even keep all of this alleged ale, huh? Behind the forge. In the forge. Buried beneath the palm tree next to your tent. The ammunitions depository. Anyone with a nose can tell when you've put back a few. Ow. Ah, shows what you know. The ale in the ammunitions depository was shipped with the rest of the front line. Couldn't knock one back even if I'd wanted. Geralt. Unless you forget, I furnished an entire squad of soldiers with them resistance weapons. Don't you think you're being just a wee bit demanding, breathing down my neck for more bells and whistles? It's trouble enough forging them in the first place. Without me muse. Well. Has the Master Blacksmith finally reached his limit? Oof, that's snarky face. Oi! You shut your mouth. You ain't but scratched the surface of me talents. Not my fault the inscriptions are proving so bloody difficult to refine. On top of that, they're getting in the way of other improvements I might be able to make. Trouble is, they're what really give the weapons their teeth. Their design, the materials used to forge them, that's all mostly for show. If you want your weapons to have more kick, the magic of the inscriptions needs to be more potent. But I don't even know where to begin. That is indeed a curious predicament. How did the Gunhilda's Blades of Eld accomplish this, I wonder? Any thoughts? Would that we could glimpse in the past and see for ourselves. But wait. Speaking of the past, a couple of soldiers came by asking how to extract the memories out of crystals or some such. By the sounds of it, the Bozjans used crystals for damn near everything what had to do with a memory, even keeping memories of their fighting techniques. Ah, that reminds me. We recently received a most interesting report from Gunhilda's Blades. Since taking the resistance weapons into hand, they have come across peculiar new crystals on the field, quite unlike anything previously discovered. So if you're using the weapon, you get new drops, I guess. That could be just what I'm looking for. There's no reason to believe they couldn't use those crystals on weapons, right? I'd wager my last flagon of ale the Bozjans could use them crystals and their memories of battle to strengthen the enchantments of those inscriptions. That's what I'm hoping. While it may be too soon to jump to such conclusions, it certainly warrants investigation. Exactly. And my hunches when it comes to weapon work ain't never wrong. Trying to figure out if that's actually true or not. Of course, we can't know for sure till we have a few to try for ourselves, eh? I'll see if I can't think of a way to work those memories into my plans. In the meantime, the two of you can go and find as many as you can. So this can only be done when we've got the right weapon equipped, I guess. Ooh. I mustn't talk too loudly because I did actually strain my voice last week. For want of a memory. Please note, upon receiving the quest for want of a memory, you will receive a resistance weapon for a Dark Knight. Please ensure you have changed to your desired job before speaking with Zlatan. Zlatan is ready to test the power of memories. Right then, as we discussed with... discussed? That's not a word. Discussed with Master Guild, I would ask that you procure memories for your weapon. So this is the relic weapon grind. If I may be frank, it is quite a relief to know we needn't rely on Mistress Rowena for this endeavour. Fashioning weapons for the new Gunhilda's Blades was taxing enough on our coffers. Pretty certain the expensive stuff was done by me. Gods, I shudder to think what more she could demand as payments. Geralt's loins. But I digress. Perhaps first we should consider what manner of memory will be suitable for our purposes. There should be memories of battle, of course, but the weapon's lineage can be traced to Bozja, so perhaps memories of battle on the southern front would be ideal. And to add a personal touch, I should think a memorable battle from places in your past would do nicely. By my estimates, we need 3 varieties of memory, and 20 of each. Based on what? That's very video gaming. I don't care. I just think it's hilarious when it's by my estimates of this completely untested and unproven idea. When you've gathered what we need, we can consult Master Geralt on how best to proceed. Members of the dying can be obtained in the field fighting at the southern front or from specific fates in specified locations. Members of the dying can be found at fates in the following 6 locations: Kurtha's Western Highlands, Dravanian Forelands, the Dravanian Hintlands, the Churning Mists, the Sea of Clouds, or Azis La. So Heaven's Ward zones. Huh. Now, do we only get... This is like Atma crystals, isn't it? From the Heavensward stuff. So I guess... does it have a record of how many we need? Three varieties of memory and 20 of each. Oh, or we can do it from the southern front, which I feel should be a better choice. It doesn't say... I mean, it kind of says that you're only going to get them if you've got your relic weapon equipped. Who am I talking to? You? Enter. I guess we do on Dark Knight for the first one. Unless we can change jobs when we're in there, which is possible, I guess. Automata. Do, 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 do. Automata. Do, 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 do. The Bozjan Southern Front. Question mark, question mark, question mark. They really need to up the resolution of that font. So this is reusing some of the assets from that dungeon. What was the dungeon called? I forget. Oh, I can't check in here anyway. Can I change? Oh, I can. Right, we've got vendors. That's not a vendor, that's a striking dummy. Resistance Quartermaster. Can't do anything with yet. Bozjan Aetherite. Let's attune to that. Lost finds cache. You now have access to Utya's eight. Oops, oh balls. I skipped that and I didn't see what it said. Forgotten fragments. Resistance locksmith. So they're going to open stuff for us. Secretariat. Ah, Blade Blackthorn. Have you received word yet from Commander Bozjan? If not, I'll be more than happy to apprise you of conditions on the Southern Front. At the Bozjan Southern Front, players can participate in large-scale encounters. Can go solo, blah, blah. Once inside, you are free to change to any displays. Yes. However, you cannot change jobs while participating in an actual critical engagement. Yes, okay, that makes sense. Represented by resistance rank, we've seen that already. Critical engagements are special limited encounters, so they're basically fates. Oh, so once a critical engagement has been initiated, players must request deployment to participate. So it's not like you can just join whenever you want. And it's limited. Okay. Priority deployment. It's possible to gain priority deployment for critical engagements in two ways. Can they get in exchange for Bozjan clusters? Players who contribute to the initiation of the engagement may receive priority. Okay. Bozjan clusters. When defeating War Machina, there is a chance players will come across Bozjan clusters. They can be traded to the Resistance Quartermaster for various goods and services. Including, I'm assuming, forgotten fragments are our currency for the weapons. Lost actions. Special abilities that can only be used in the Bozjan Southern Front. Find forgotten fragments, which drop occasionally when participating in skirmishes. Can be appraised and turned into actions. 6 types of actions. Okay, so we've got an inventory for them. And we've got an active inventory, a holster for carrying them with us. And we can save them as sets. Before lost actions can be used, they must be converted into duty actions. Once converted, they remain as duty actions even after leaving the instance. And will only expire after all uses have been depleted. So they're something that we have to stock up on. Okay. Liking the music in this place. Bozjan. I'm so glad you could join us, Blade Blackthorn. Not a moment too soon. Allow me to introduce you to Gunhilda's Blades. Nice mask. High Mage 7, Master of Flames, the fury of his arts rivals even the fiercest even of hells. Isolde, the Eagle Eye, In brightest day or darkest night, no enemy will escape her sight. That's a Green Lantern reference, isn't it? Stanek, the unwavering blade of Bozja, the foes dashed against his shield are beyond counting. And this guy. Oh, there's more. Velamor, the baleful blade. His unbridled fury... Bridled? I always say that wrong. Unbridled fury can fell entire cadres with a single stroke. Aggie, the iron fist of Bozja. A young prodigy whose martial skills put even those most seasoned veterans to shame. Blaz. Blaze? Blaz. Blaz. The merciful blade. No foe, however terrible, will dissuade his blade from finding its mark. Rest assured, this is not the guard in its entirety. A number have already taken to the field and would benefit greatly from my presence. If you are willing. I'm not going to do anything else in this patch. I forgot to glamour my gloves, didn't I? With Gunhilda's blade and the Warrior of Light leading the charge, it is only a matter of time before everything goes to shit. Oh no, I've misread that. Before Castrum Lycus Litori is ours. Speaking of which, I believe you have yet to see the Castrum. If you'll follow me, I'll show you the object of our affections here on the southern front. Where is he? Up here, I'm guessing. Or not. Where are you? Oh, I can mount my chocobo. Can't fly here. Do I have to talk to you? How do I get through this barrier? Ah, there's a path. Hi, Basil. I'm going to call him Basil from now on. There it is, Castrum Lycus Litori, to use the Garlean moniker. It's a castle on a hill. Quite big, I'm assuming, by the scale. Its true name is Alamuk, which means eagle in Bozjan, as they too once made their home in these mountains. To our people, they are a symbol of strength and good fortune, both of which were sorely needed when the Empire first invaded. But we needn't dwell on past failings. Now we have a chance to reclaim what is rightfully ours. To remind the people what it is we stand to gain, I have chosen to call this initiative Operation Eagle's Nest. Like the great eagle, we must strike hard and swift. And with you at our side, I have no doubt, we shall fail miserably. Glorious end. Yes, I am confident. But before you rush into battle, I believe Mikoto wished to discuss the crystal focus things with you. Good tidings, perhaps? Hopefully it should tell us whether we need to do it on Dark Knight with the weapon equipped, or if just having one will be enough. And then we can swap freely, so as long as we're not in a critical fate encounter thingy mabops, it's... Mikoto. Hi. Ah, Demajen. I have rather exciting news to share. As you may recall, the energies of the crystal focus were spent on our exploration of Sid's... I've read that as Sid's remains, for some reason, of Sid's memories. After careful analysis, we have concluded that it can, in fact, absorb ether in a similar fashion to the aura site we discovered in Ivalice. This assumes, of course, we have a suitable source of energy matching its ethereal frequency. Nod. And therein lies the problem. Crystals bearing such a specific ethereal signature are quite rare. We can never hope to amass the quantities needed. Were we to locate an ether current at the correct frequency, however, charging the focus will be a matter of course. Unfortunately, such currents exist only in regions of Bozja rife with Imperials. Mikoto wished to wait until the fighting died down, but as I explained to her before, time is a luxury we can ill afford. I'm sure you understand better than anyone that the bloodshed will only cease when the victory is decided, the death toll climbing ever higher on both sides. The horrors of this war weigh heavy on the hearts of our people. A burden which could be eased were we able to employ the crystal focus, healing wounds not of the flesh, but of the mind. Plans to locate an ether current are well underway, but I suspect your help would see them expedited. Might we ask for your assistance in this endeavour? Nod. Pressed for time as we are, Sid has already begun work on a monitoring device to locate a sufficient source of ether. Well done, Sid. I join him and see to the final preparation. I would join him. Yes. I would join him and see to the final preparations. Damned archaic grammar. In the meantime, I would ask the two of you to investigate a location I believe to be near an ether current. Sorry for interrupting, but a few of our soldiers wish to have a quick word before you depart. I expect their intelligence will prove useful when you're in the field. Okay? We're not going to get to go this episode, are we? We're already 28 minutes in. I appreciate your willingness to help, but must you always place yourself in such peril? Yes. I'm sorry, I understand you only do what must be done. But I like it. We all have our roles to play, and I promise to fulfill mine as best I can. Stay safe out there, won't you? Ba, 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 ba. Speak with the Resistance Secretariat or Shieros to learn more about battle on the Bozjan Southern Front. Resistance Historian. I'm liking this music. Blade Blackthorn, a moment if you would. I serve as war historian for the Bozjan Resistance, and Marsak tells me you may be able to help in my work. I needn't tell you how the atrocities of war can wear on a soldier. As such, it has become increasingly difficult to find one of sound mind and body who can accurately recount their experiences on the battlefield. For a hardened warrior such as yourself, slayer of gods and monsters, I suspect keeping an account of the foes you face should prove a rather trifling task. That's not to say I expect a detailed report of your every interaction, mind. If you should trade blows with any notable figures, however, I would hear of it. All information gathered from the battle for Bozja will ultimately be compiled within my field records. Here, you may use this to take note of any memorable encounters in the field. A journal! I realise the burden this places on you, which is why I will see to it personally that you are duly compensated for your efforts. Collection expanded. Field record acquired. The field record is now available under collection in the duty section of the main menu. Upon completion of certain quests, skirmishes and critical engagements in the Bozjan Southern Front, you will obtain a sheaf of notes. These notes can then be used to add entries to the field record. Any unused notes can be exchanged for various rewards by speaking with the Resistance Historian. A parting word of advice, if I may. While there is no telling what you will face on the Southern Front, Demeter over there may be able to assist you in finding worthwhile battles for our field record. Hi! I love how people in this game can sense when they're being stared at. I've gone all orange. Fixing on the fly. Demeter. Ooh. 200 metal? Demajen has a plan to thin out the enemy ranks. I like the fact that these are all level 80 quests, but we're not level 80. It's just that... Oh, actually, technically we're level 1, I suppose. But, of course, we're getting XP towards 80 because of the level sync. Greetings, Lord Blackthorn? Yeah. Superiority complex. Blade Blackthorn. I take it you will soon be joining the others on the southern front, yes? If these mini-quests ever finish, yeah. Though my duties have kept me here for the most part, I have heard tell of the carnage wrought in battle by enemy soldiers in their war machina. Indeed, the Imperials often prefer to wait until their intended target has been weakened before sending more troops to deliver the final blow. Yet for all their cunning, they are remarkably predictable. Let us suppose you destroyed one of their war machina and the enemy receives word of your victory. They would no doubt assume the effort has left you exhausted, perhaps even badly wounded. A perfect opportunity to send reinforcements and overwhelm you. But what if, unbeknownst to them, we are prepared for the arrival of these additional troops? It will be an opportunity to further diminish their ranks. I'll ask you to venture out to the battlefield and fell 2 4th Legion Nimrods. I don't know whether Nimrod is a derogatory term in other countries, but it used to be that a Nimrod in Britain was a bit of an insult. And 2 4th Legion slashers. Should they decide to send reinforcements, there'll be no element of surprise to favour them. At least I think that's true. I might be making shit up. By defeating War Machina on the Bozjan southern front, there is a chance to initiate critical engagements, which are special encounters limited to a small number of participants. Victory in critical engagements will increase your metal as well as earn you various spoils. Should you happen upon a critical engagement and wish to join, you can participate by selecting the mission via the resistance recruitment window. So that'll only pop up, I guess. The option will pop up if we get close enough. Okay. Now we can go! Do. Right. I was not expecting that. Nepenthic. Forgotten fragment of skill. Right, let's put these on the bars. So I'm assuming that's what we need for this quest. No, we need memories of the dying. Right, these are War Machina. 4th Legion Death Claws. By the way, I don't know how to play Red Mage, really. Ow! Oh! They're rank 3. So that's me trying to kill an enemy 2 ranks above me. That's not smart. Okay, so they're called Death Claws here for a reason. Didn't I get 300 metal? I thought that was part of the quest. Oh no, we get it after this. So we need slashers and Nimrods. Nimrod. Right, let's ignore you Nepenthe. Do 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 do. Slasher. Do, do, do. Yeah, see, these are much more... One of the things that I've always loved about Final Fantasy XIV is when it does this dual layering of musical beats. Treasure acquired. Keep in mind, I didn't do any Eureka. In fact, I've never set foot in Eureka. So a lot of the stuff that's arguably surprising for me is stuff that is, you know, every day to people that have done, you know, that kind of content in any kind of detail. Hold on, I had proc on Jolt then. It's probably something from level 80 that I don't know about because I'm not a level 80 red mage. How much XP am I getting for these? Am I getting XP? I'm taking a chunk of damage though. Ba-da-da-ba-ba-ba-ba. They've got a tank! I don't know where the tank's from. It's probably been out forever and I just didn't know. There's no... Oh, there is a map of this place. Sneak and spell. 66%. Right. Dimitar. Ah, you are returned, and none the worse for wear, I see. I expect there's more. That's more than we can say for any Imperials who dared cross your path. Apart from that Deathclaw. But enough about them. I wish to ask if you noticed any peculiar crystalline objects in your time on the battlefield. Bozjan clusters, we call them. The Bozja incident wrought a most unexpected change in the land, which we believe is what caused these clusters to appear. Our quartermaster would have any samples we can find for further study into this phenomenon. I'm in a really silly mood, can you tell? It's not even the alcohol. We haven't much, but we can be certain she will see you rewarded for anything you can offer. Oh, really? Upon defeating War Machina, there is a chance you will obtain Bozjan clusters. Is it only War Machina? These clusters can be exchanged with the Resistance Quartermaster to gain priority when players are selected for participation in critical engagements. They may also be exchanged for various goods. If you don't mind me asking, have you taken time to report to my commanding officer? No. This is going to get us to rank 2, isn't it? Because we're going to get 300 metal, which is what we need to rank up. Considering all you've done to help us thus far, I'd say you've more than proven your mettle. You're certain to want to hear about all you've done out there. 300 metal! And we're walking off straight away, so that's a subtle hint. Yeah, it's even put us in front of him. It's like, don't screw this up. Yeah, so we can now rank up with the little... Blade Blackthorn. What news from the southern fronts? Offer proof of my mettle. Were there not the soldiers to account for it, I would believe your report a work of fiction. The troops will no doubt be inspired. How bad are these troops? I died once. The troops will no doubt be inspired when they hear of your accomplishments. I look forward to hearing more of your continued success in the field. Rank up! A new Resistance Weapons quest is now available. If you have nothing else to report, I will not keep you. I pray you stay safe out there, Blade Blackthorn. I'm assuming that's up here? No. It's around the back of this tent. Oh, it's here. Dimitar. Oh, maybe it is these. Oh yeah, it's a single unidentified memory of the lost. Potential memories contain essence of the Ether Weaver, essence of the Martialist, essence of the Savior, essence of the Veteran, essence... I don't know. You've come at a good time, Blade Blackthorn. I have a rather interesting report to share with you. While out on reconnaissance, our scouts happened upon relics we confirmed once belonged to Gunhilda's blades. It was long believed the Queen's Guard possessed crystals within which they stored the knowledge of their fighting techniques, and thus this discovery has removed all doubts. These forgotten fragments, as we call them, may very well turn the tide of the war in our favour. You see, much to our surprise, Master Geralt claims to have experience working with similar crystals, and believes that the memories contained within can be extracted. He has set fast to work on a means to do so, and assured us it won't be long before their secrets are revealed to us. With their weapons and techniques at your command, you would be a true successor, the legacy of Gunhilda's blades. This assumes you are able to procure more of these fragments, of course. Judging by our scouts' reports, it would not be an easy task. It would appear that wherever they could be found, formidable beasts were not far behind. Still, it may prove beneficial to rid the battlefield of such creatures, not only for the sake of our fellow soldiers, but for the chance to acquire any fragments that may be in the vicinity. I wish you the best of luck. Unidentified forgotten fragments can be obtained from felling monsters in the wild, as well as from skirmishes and critical engagements. They can also be traded or sold on the market board. I found one already. Well done, Blade Blackthorn. Well done indeed. Now, before you can begin the extraction process, these shards must first be appraised so that we can tell what sort of memories they contain. Panning and zooming. Henceforth, be sure to hand any fragments you find to one of our appraisers. In fact, one of them is stationed by that tent over there. And a box! Right, so those are thingy abilities. Those are items. I don't know what those are, so... Oh, we just gain all of them. Okay. I thought I had to choose. Lost actions unlocked. Actions extracted from forgotten fragments are stored in the Lost Finds cache. Ba-ba-da-ba-da. Right, so we need resistance rank 5 for the next bits. Whoa, UI! Right, so these are... Yeah, so I need to talk to you. Right, let's take a look at one of these first. Crystallized memory of an esoteric technique. Okay. And of course, these are limited use things, aren't they? Phoenix down. Phoenix down. Phoenix down. So that can be used to cure us, I guess. Protect? We did lose Protect. Cure 3. Achievements unlocked, lost and found. What did we get that for? Just for... I have 10 forgotten fragments praised. Okay, so I guess we go here. Yeah. Increases defense by 80% and maximum HP by 45%. Effect ends upon reuse. Cannot be used with another essence. Increases damage dealt by 60%. Resurrects target. 30-minute buff, reducing physical damage by 10%. Cure potency, 15,000. Okay. Right, so let's switch over to the Dark Knights. That goes in there. So we can put 30 in. So the Lost Finds holster has been updated. So do I need to turn these into duty actions? I do. You can be duty action 1. Oh, that just uses it. And that goes over there. I need to move where that is. How do I do that? I can change the location. Oh, that, yeah. There we go. Okay. Let's go out. And I guess we just kill stuff?
Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, why not click the like button and consider subscribing. Remember, you can ring the bell notification icon to get notified when new videos go live. And until next time, cheerio.